Hello and good morning. Welcome back to Freckle Farms. We have a problem. It looks like our soybeans are done. How does that happen? It'd probably best to get some of this silage sold so we can buy ourselves a harvester. And for some reason it's got other stuff in it that we don't want, so we're going to have to scoop that out. That's just chaff, whatever it's called. Alright, that's gone. Get ourselves this silage picked up, otherwise yeah, we got to sort ourselves out a harvester and fast. We'll start scooting up towards... No, we're not. We're going to get stuck here. We'll start scooting up towards the sale point and see if anything's on sale. As soon as we buy one, one's going to pop up. You watch. What was the one we're looking at again? That one preferably, but we can't afford it. That one. 36,000. 6.5. So we need basically $44,000. Sucks because we're going to use all of our silage to get the darn harvester. I mean, we're lucky we got it. I'm not complaining. It's just I was hoping we had another episode or two so we could clear more of them trees and then get into the field. So that should be enough to get us our harvester, right? I want to hold off a little bit, but I don't want it to go bad. That one, 5,000 litres. Is it worth $10,000 more though? That is the question. I don't know. I think maybe we just do this one. We don't need a roof. We can always get that in the next one when we upgrade. That's 28,000, which then allows us to be able to afford that. That's what's that, 4.5 meters. So does this one work on that? Like, it's probably worth a try. Fingers crossed it does, because if it doesn't, we just lost a lot of money. But if they work together, that would be a pretty good thing. Okay. Seems to work. I mean, that... If that's going to work like that, that's an extra... What was it, 1.2 meters? That's a win in my books. Alright, so we could probably scoot this down. Maybe get it fired up and see how it goes. We don't need to get any more silage out now, which is great because we saved $10,000 on this. That is a win. Right, let's lower it, turn it on, see if it runs it. The weather's not going to turn bad soon too, so that's probably good that we got this when we did. What are we looking at? Yeah, yield's 98. Nothing to be sneezed at. Some beacons on it. Got the chopper. It's no good for us on this anyway, but we're harvesting. I was thinking February, March, but here we are and here we go. Not sure how much cash we're going to make from this, and when it fills up we will have to drive it straight up there. It's because we don't have a trailer yet. Looks like there's nothing in those fields yet either, like it's... Usually, when I've played this map before, I start over there, and I'm like, oh, this time we might... Let's start somewhere else and see if we can get some contracts. That didn't work too well, unfortunately. But we're going okay though, like I'm not saying we're going bad, I just thought I'd try it from a different angle. See what comes of it. That's another thing we're going to have to look at too, is when we can buy land, do we go and buy that land? I don't know, like, it's got some nice sheds and storage areas, so that in itself would pay itself off. It's next to the river like this one. I don't know. It's like decisions. What do you do? I'm pretty happy with this though. It's still doing 10 kilometers an hour even with a bigger header. It's a little bit daunting sitting up here with no railing and no roof. Might have to wear a mask to stop inhaling all the dust. But we're harvesting. And this is our first harvest. Our own first harvest. We have done contract work doing harvesting, but another thing, what is soybeans worth? About 3,700 per 1,000 litres, so that's not bad. 7,500 roughly for 2,000 litres, so I'm happy with that, gotta be honest. I think the next thing we'll do is we'll maybe do some wheat or sorghum or something, because we can use that in the bakery to make things, make flour and cakes and all sorts, so we can sort of branch out doing that. We can't, there's no other production buildings on here, like you can sell to the restaurant up ahead, but you can't modify or make things from that building, so we may have to look into getting ourselves something else, like another production. A firewood production or something to do with timber wouldn't be a bad thing. There's not a whole heap of trees on here, but there's enough. Probably not enough to buy a huge big tree harvester. It'd have to be on a smaller scale for sure. Alright, I might jump in a bit of a time lapse and we'll get this knocked out. Or at least until we get a full tank. Getting a full tank would be nice. What would that be? 5, 10, 15, about 25 grand I think. That would be a huge deal for us right now, because that would basically pay for the harvester that we just bought. I was sitting here thinking that we've made the field a little bit too big for the equipment we got, but getting the 5 metre headers made a big difference for us. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it does speed things up a little bit. Alright, I'll get back to you once we've got a full tank. Almost full. I'd say we're about halfway. Yeah, we're full. Ooh, let's go get this sold. Pretty exciting. I'm excited. I get excited easily. Sorry. Just the truth. First harvest. Nice little rig. Class Dominator. Probably better go this way so we can put the pipe out. It should be over the pit. We get over 20 grand for this run, but I would be stoked. Not even going to try and guess because I always get it wrong. I need to play elevator music because it's a little bit slow to unload. 40% down. 50% down. We're going to go 20 here. $18,809. That, I'm happy with that. I mean, why wouldn't you be? A few dollars more per 1,000 litres and would have clocked 20 grand easy. But at least we're over 20,000 now, so that's great. So we're sitting here tossing up, do we go for that bigger lawnmower? Because obviously we're going to have a lot of lawn to mow as we buy plots of land. At the same time, I don't want to do it just for silage. It's just like if you mow before you seed or plough, you get like a free fertilisation. So do we empty out the silage and fill it back up with that grass again while we're waiting for this to reset? I'm sort of thinking maybe we do 2 half fields over there, whether it be long ways or from the house to the limit, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to get the rest of this done and we'll see you soon. Back for load number 2. Not bad. Can't complain at all. I was looking at this land here, but it worries me if I buy this, I might end up with that farm on there, and I don't want to be cheaty like that, I guess you could say. I think what we might do is we might buy the original plot of land when we have the cash, and just expand it, you know, put a different cow barn there, or take the cow barn out and just make it a better chicken patch, or I don't know. I've got no idea what I want to do. Every way I think about it, I think of pros and cons. You know, there's tons of land. Like, we could expand, we could buy this, put a little field in there, another field there, another field there. But I think if we buy this, you'll end up owning all this stuff and then you can't use it. We could probably buy this, but it does have that huge big mound in the middle. I'm not sure if we could flatten that out enough. And if we did buy this, we could clear a few of these and maybe put, you know, put the camp around here for all the tourists to stay at. Because if we buy this, we're just getting this and the lake. I think we will get it eventually. I just don't think it's worthwhile getting now. We could just keep expanding out this way and just have nice open land. Or if you want to do some more forestry, we could pick up these lots that are full of trees. So there's options, you know, like it just, oh, there we go. It's going to depend on what way we want to head with it, basically. Is there any tractors on here that were any good for us? Nope. Dang it. What other ones are... I want something that's 4-wheel drive. I know some of these John Deere ones you can get with 100 horsepower. This one here, you can do it like that with the wheel weights. That's 50 grand for that. I'm not sure there's a whole lot of options for $50,000 that would be as good as that, if I'm being honest. But yeah, maybe we see if our tractor will run the wing mower. I think that was 15,000. If we can get that thing running, we can mow the grass a lot sooner. And then by tomorrow or February, we could start throwing in a second field. I'm sort of thinking maybe today, if we can, we try and turn this one around. We throw the lime down, do it all properly. And I think we'll also turn off, turn seasons back on, so we sort of line up properly, and it might not, that way it might give us a few months before things are done, not just done in 2 months. It just seems super fast to me. I'm not sure if it's something that's being done on the map to make it go faster, or if it's because I had the weeds turned off or lime turned off. I don't know. But we might try it with the seasons turned back on. That way we'll have a few months to get things done, especially like if we're going to have weeds on, lime on, you know, you got to put them things down down separately. You can't just smash it all out in one episode. It doesn't seem realish then. So we'll see how we go. We'll turn the seasons off in a second, see if there's anything available to throw down today. And we'll go from there. I reckon that's going to be the best option. I was thinking about making this field smaller prior to this episode, but now we've got 5-meter harvester. It's turned out okay in my opinion. Right, so let's have a quick look. What can we do? Can't really plant anything till next month. And then if we put it in March and April, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. See, we done soybeans in, what was it, October? So it says it's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 months. For us, it was like 2.5. That was a bit weird. I'm not going to drive all the way out there right now for this. We'll do that shortly. I'm just wondering what our mower is worth to sell. Got a fair bit of junk now. That's $1,600, so we may as well flog that thing off. We'll get that bigger John Deere one, so I'm pretty sure this tractor will run it. I think we could sell this tractor too if we wanted to, but for $12,000, to me, it may be handy having it still. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments what you think, but lucky I didn't sell it then, because I'm like, yeah, we'll just get the other tractor, but I don't want the other tractor yet. Yeah, see, 15 grand, like, put some lights on it just for safety. We've got this one here ready to go, full of silage, so we can take that up and get rid of it. There's still probably another 2, maybe 3 loads in that. Yeah, I think if we double down and get this field prepped and ready, and then in the next episode I can have this already pre-mowed, so we could maybe sort of work out the center of things and go, yep, cool, let's throw 2 little fields in there. And if we do it right, which it never turns out right for me, every time I do it I end up messing up and having 3 fields ready in a month for some reason. But if we do it right, we might be able to just have a field pop up every month or 2. And then it gives us something to do every episode instead of trying to like repeating the trees and repeating the silage and doing things like that. Right, that's back up to 34,000, so we might drop this here, because I don't think this doesn't have a second tow bar, and neither does that mower. But I'm honestly interested to see if this works. Like, if it doesn't, it's not a big deal. We'll get another tractor eventually that can pull it. All the lights on it work, so let's lower it down. That's way bigger. That should make life a lot better. That's running it pretty well. It might have issues turning like with the other ones, because if you go too tight it gets caught on the wheel. But that's pretty good for me. I'm happy with that. Nice and neat. Obviously it doesn't windrow it, but we do have to clear these trees too, because I wouldn't mind running these new fields right to the edge if possible to make it worthwhile. That's going to work. That's what we want. Yeah, by having them trees there, we sort of lose 10 meters, 12 meters in some areas. It's going to be more crops. And maybe like it'll just go zoom across here instead. We'll make sure it's straight. But we'll come across here in front of the silage pit, and that way we still have a bit of yard for the cabin. And it's not just going to be all farmland craziness, because I would like to put in some sheep or some chickens and things like that as well. And I think the more things we can squeeze onto this land to make it profitable at the moment, the better for us. Just having a look at that. That's a couple of decent sized fields. Trying to work out if it's better to do it, halve it like this way or that way. Either way, I don't think it's going to be exact, because it's just too hard on this on the Xbox, because there's no measuring device. But I'd say that's where we're going to leave this episode. I'll get this mowing done, get it all tidied up. We'll try and work out where the centre's going to be, I guess you could say, and go from there. Thanks for watching. Keep safe, and we just done our first harvest. Let's go.